P7 SSD Topic 2: The Physical Features of Africa. In this Kawa P7 SSD Topic 2 lesson, we are going to study about the main physical features in Africa. We start with names and location of physical features in Africa. Mountains and highlands, rivers, lakes, plateau, rift valley, coastal plains. Formation of major physical features of Africa. The main physical features in Africa are plateau, mountains, lowlands, rift valleys, lakes and rivers, and oceans. The physical features of a landscape affect people's activities. We are going to look at the main physical features of Africa and see how they affect people's lives. Africa has very varied relief. It is made up mostly of large, high, flat areas known as plateau, such as the B Plateau in Angola. In contrast, there are also mountainous regions, such as the Ethiopian highlands, the Atlas Mountains in Morocco, and the mountains of East Africa, which you learned about in Kawa SSD Pupils Book 6. Just to remind ourselves about what we covered in P6, the major highlands of East African are the Rwenzori Ranges, Mount Kenya, the Aberdare Range, and the Mau Escarpment. Are all in Kenya to the north of Nairobi. Mount Elgon is on the Uganda-Kenya border. Kilimanjaro runs the length of Tanzania's northern border with Kenya, and Mount Meru is in northern Tanzania. The Rwenzori Mountains run between Lakes Edward and Albert on the Uganda-Congo border, and the Virunga Mountains run along Uganda's, Rwanda's, and Congo's contiguous borders. Outside East Africa again, there are many valleys, including the Great Rift Valley, and river valleys, such as the valleys of the rivers Nile, Congo, and Zambezi. There are lower areas along the coasts, called coastal plains, such as the wide coastal plain in Mozambique. There are also many lakes and rivers. The activity below will help you to learn more about the relief of Africa. Activity. In the photographs you can see several different kinds of landscape. Study the photographs and write a brief description of landscape you can see in each one. Plateau. The plateau lands are large areas of high, flat land. Their height ranges from 200 meters in the west to 3,000 meters in the east. The landscape of the plateau varies greatly. In the north is a large plateau containing the Sahara Desert. It is very dry and nomadic people move from place to place to find water and pasture for camels and goats. A few farmers grow dates and grains in oases where there is water. The plateau in the eastern highlands is the highest in Africa. The Rift Valley cuts through this. Mountain peaks, such as Ras Dashan, 4,620 meters, in Ethiopia, mark the highest places. In West Africa there are low plateau lands, which are warm and wet, where farmers can grow crops. Another large plateau occupies the center and the south of Africa. This contains large depressions such as the Congo Basin and the Kalahari Desert. In the southeast of this plateau there are veldt grasslands. These provide good land for cultivation and pasture further west. There is lower plateau with grass savanna in Zambia, Botswana, and Namibia. This is the savanna. Mountains. The mountains of Africa are of three different types. Fold mountains, such as the Atlas Mountains. Horst or block mountains, such as the Rwenzori, and volcanoes such as Mount Elgon. The highest mountain in Africa is Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, at 5,859 meters above sea level. Lowlands. Some lowland areas are depressions in the plateau, such as the Congo Basin and the Lake Victoria Basin. Other depressions, such as the Quatara Basin in Egypt, may have been caused by wind erosion or by the rocks sinking. The coastal plains are also low-lying, mostly below 200 meters. The physical map in your atlas shows the coastal plain by green shading around the coast. You can see that the width of the plain varies. For example, in the southwest, the northwest and along the Red Sea, the highlands come near to the coast and the coastal plain is very narrow. In parts of West Africa, North Africa, and East Africa, the coastal plain is much wider. There are many lagoons along the coast of West Africa. Lowland areas with wetter climates are generally good for agriculture, but the dry desert depressions cannot support many people.